Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Landman repeats a major part of Yellowstone's symbolism, revisiting a Taylor Sheridan Western trick. Taylor Sheridan's Landman reuses elements of symbolism from the creator's other major series, Yellowstone, showing just how similar these shows really are. Though the new series may be set in West Texas and focused on the oil industry rather than ranchers, cowboys, and cattle, Landman's similarities to Yellowstone are numerous, with many referring to it as the true successor after Yellowstone's ending in late 2024. Especially now, with the action-packed crime drama in the Season 1 finale, Landman feels more akin to Sheridan's longest show than ever. From the outside looking in, it would be easy to identify the apparent similarities between the two shows. Billy Bob Thornton leads Landman's cast as Tommy Norris, a character who feels like a slightly modified variant of John Dutton. The show's setting and general feel make it seem like a companion piece as a neo-Western that explores the thin line between industry and crime in more remote parts of contemporary America. Beyond that, these shows have more subtle details in common, one of them involving Landman's coyote. The coyote has been used twice in Landman, primarily as a representative of Tommy Norris, though it can be interpreted in multiple ways, reflecting how different viewers experience the show. The first coyote he sees at the end of episode 9 dies, but another coyote returns in episode 10, with Tommy warning it to run away, saying they kill coyotes here. This could refer to the sheer danger of the Permian Basin, and how even tough animals like coyotes can be killed there, referring to someone like Monty. Tying the symbolism closer to Tommy, the coyote could represent his freedom and how he's going to be sucked into the oil industry until it kills him, just like Monty. Now that Monty has died, Tommy is going to be drawn deeper into this world, and though it allows him to provide for his family, it rids him of being able to spend time with them or truly be happy. The use of an animal is crucial to Landman's themes about the American dream, drawing similarities to Yellowstone. In Yellowstone, Taylor Sheridan uses wolves instead of coyotes to demonstrate his symbolism. Aside from these two being similar species, they're both often used in a symbolic sense to represent aspects of the American frontier, something Sheridan has explored in shows like 1883. Wolf symbolism is used in Yellowstone to examine Case Dutton as a character, and Season 5 sees 2 wolves shot and killed on the ranch's territory, sparking a controversy. Taylor Sheridan's symbolic use in Landman is equally as crucial. Taylor Sheridan has an unparalleled knack for weaving symbolism into the fabric of his storytelling, creating layered narratives that resonate deeply with audiences. His latest project, Landman, echoes the thematic undercurrents of his flagship series, Yellowstone, while also revisiting a particular narrative device Sheridan has mastered: the use of recurring symbols to deepen emotional stakes and reflect the inner struggles of his characters. The symbolic weight of land. In Yellowstone, land is not merely a backdrop, it is a living, breathing entity, a character in its own right. The Dutton family's Yellowstone ranch represents legacy, power, and identity, embodying their fierce determination to protect what they see as rightfully theirs. Similarly, Landman positions land as the central axis around which its characters' lives revolve. But where Yellowstone is about holding onto ancestral roots, Landman shifts the focus to the exploitation of land's resources, particularly through the lens of the oil and gas industry. Here, the land is not just a battleground but a commodity, its value stripped down to the minerals beneath its surface. This shift in perspective adds a layer of moral complexity. Is the pursuit of oil wealth a necessary evil, or does it mark the irreversible degradation of something sacred? Through this lens, Sheridan amplifies a recurring theme from Yellowstone: the tension between progress and preservation, revisiting the symbolism of fire. Fire is a potent symbol in Sheridan's works, often used to signify destruction and rebirth. In Yellowstone, fire represents both the literal and metaphorical flames that threaten the Duttons' way of life. From controlled burns to wildfires, it embodies the idea that some things must be destroyed to pave the way for renewal. In Landman, fire takes on a similar yet distinct role. The flare stacks of oil fields, blazing pillars of light that consume excess gas, serve as a haunting visual metaphor. They are both a testament to human ingenuity and a reminder of the environmental toll of resource extraction. For the characters, these flames symbolize ambition and sacrifice, lighting up the night sky as both a beacon of progress and a harbinger of irreversible change. Sheridan's ability to imbue such visuals with profound thematic weight is a hallmark of his storytelling. The cowboy archetype reimagined. The cowboy archetype is central to Yellowstone, with characters like John Dutton embodying the rugged individualism and stoic resilience often associated with the American West. In Landman, Sheridan revisits this archetype but reimagines it for a contemporary setting. Instead of cattle ranchers, we meet modern-day landmen, the negotiators, brokers, and dealmakers who navigate the murky waters of mineral rights and leases. These landmen are cowboys of a different breed. Their battleground is not the open range but corporate boardrooms and rural oil fields. Yet they share the same grit and determination as their predecessors. By juxtaposing the traditional cowboy ethos with the cutthroat world of energy extraction, Sheridan explores how the spirit of the West persists, albeit in an evolved form, in the face of modern challenges. The recurring motif of water. In Yellowstone, water is a precious resource, often tied to the land's vitality and the character's survival. Control over water rights becomes a metaphor for power, with rivers and streams serving as lifelines for the ranch and its inhabitants. In Landman, water takes on a darker symbolism. The oil and gas industry's reliance on hydraulic fracturing, or fracking, highlights the destructive potential of exploiting this resource. Contaminated water sources and the depletion of aquifers become a stark reminder of the environmental consequences of unchecked ambition. Sheridan uses water as a recurring motif to underscore the fragile balance between humanity and nature, mirroring its role in Yellowstone while adapting it to the specific challenges of the energy industry. Generational conflict and legacy. Another hallmark of Sheridan's storytelling is his exploration of generational conflict. In Yellowstone, the Dutton family's internal struggles often mirror their external battles, with legacy serving as a central theme. The question of who will inherit the Yellowstone ranch and what it will become under their stewardship drives much of the show's drama. In Landman, this generational tension is recontextualized within the oil and gas industry. The older generation, those who built their fortunes on the back of fossil fuels, clash with younger characters who are more attuned to environmental concerns. This dynamic creates a fertile ground for exploring questions of legacy, responsibility, and the moral compromises required to achieve success. The duality of progress. Sheridan's westerns often grapple with the duality of progress, the promise of a better future versus the cost of achieving it. In Yellowstone, this duality is embodied by the tension between the Duttons and developers seeking to transform their land into a tourist haven. In Landman, progress is symbolized by the oil rigs and pipelines that crisscross the landscape, bringing wealth and opportunity at the expense of environmental degradation and social upheaval. The characters in Landman are caught in this dichotomy, striving to balance personal ambition with a sense of duty to the land and its people. Through their struggles, Sheridan invites viewers to reflect on the price of progress and the compromises we make in its pursuit. The Western trick. Symbolism as a narrative engine. What makes Sheridan's use of symbolism so compelling is its ability to function as both a narrative engine and a thematic anchor. In Yellowstone and Landman, symbols like land, fire, water, and generational conflict are not mere embellishments. They are integral to the story's emotional and moral core. By revisiting and recontextualizing these symbols, Sheridan crafts a narrative that feels both timeless and timely. Conclusion. A new chapter in the Western tradition. With Landman, Taylor Sheridan continues to redefine the Western genre, blending traditional themes with contemporary issues. The series is rich symbolism, rooted in the legacy of Yellowstone yet distinct in its focus on the oil and gas industry, underscores Sheridan's mastery of his craft. By revisiting his trademark Western trick, Sheridan not only pays homage to the genre's roots but also pushes its boundaries, offering a fresh perspective on the enduring conflicts between progress, preservation, and the human spirit.